Good morning, YouTube. Well, I'm here to talk about Star. Played last night. Okay, so this episode starts with a funeral. Remember last week, a young girl was killed, and that young girl was Gladys, the Gladys Knight, who plays herself. Her niece worked at the salon, and she's gotten involved in this police shooting. Cops have killed her. So we open with the funeral. Gladys Knight is speaking about her niece. Glass doesn't sing in this, but she has a speaking part. And then I was surprised to see Kelly Price sings the song. It's a classic gospel song, beautiful song. And I kept trying to think, oh, what's the name of the song? Couldn't figure it out, and I went for the wrong thing. So anyway, it was a very good performance. It's got a strong voice. All right, then as we get into the story, uh, last week, Hayel walked up on his girlfriend, the Spanish girl that had been staying with him, who he rescued from these sex traffickers, or he was sent to barter with these people, these human traffickers, and he let the girls go, and she ended up on his doorstep. So he's been having an affair with her. He's calling her his niece, just to explain why she's living there. So he confronts her because last week he heard her singing in the shower in Spanish, but speaking clearly in English. Now I don't know why this girl would be in the bathroom, in the shower, talking to herself, but that's what he walked up on. And so he confronts her. He said, "You speak English, you speak perfectly good English." So this girl is she's a crafty woman. She's definitely got an agenda. Somehow or other, they haven't totally explained it yet, but it's been her plan all along to get into this group, is how it appears. So she's been manipulating him. When he confronts her, she says, "Oh no, it's just because I had nowhere else to go. I didn't want you to. Although if you speak English, that means I would throw you away." Doesn't make totally good sense. I think it was always her plan to get in this group. And so when he confronts her, he doesn't throw her out. They end up making love. And then he kind of tells her about this situation with Star's mother. Hold on, I'm getting ahead of myself. Hold on. Okay. Okay, Derek. So Derek's the kid. He's the Albie Shore lookalike. I think it's Albie Shore's son. He's the boyfriend of Alex. He organizes this rally for this girl to protest the killing of this young girl. And it's supposed to be a peaceful demonstration. Colada does not want the youngest girl to attend. She knows that things could get out of hand. She's resisting her going, insisting that she doesn't go, and so they're having a bit of a problem in this episode. There's a union between the girls. There's racial tension between the girls. So last couple of episodes we've been building up to this racial tension between these girls. They feel like Star is this spoiled girl. She's a bit of a media whore, and they Star has said something that was taken wrong to Alex, and Alex has said she's Star has accused her of being a rich girl. She didn't really understand the black experience. Alex, I figured out what this thing is in my throat. It's one of these damn pills I'm taking. I'm taking some kind of liver pills. I'm gonna talk to this doctor too. I kept wondering, why am I always so hoarse and my throat just giving out? I can't even make it through a sentence without drinking water. It correlates perfectly with this new medication they're giving me. So Box says don't stop without talking to the doctor. So we'll be dealing with that. Anyway, There's racial tension. So Alex responds to Star with, "I am black. I don't give a damn." She takes offense to her checking her about her blackness, but she was saying that I was trying to wrote down the quotes that whether I'm rich or not, I'm black kind of thing, something like that. Anyway, they have some racial tension between these girls, and then and 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 Alex is siding with, Simone is siding with Alex because she's saying that she is black as well. You know how we do it in this country. If you got any drop of black blood, you're black. And she's not generally, in her opinion, treated like a white girl. She's treated much more like a black girl. She identifies with more her black side than her white side, kind of thing. Star gets an attitude about that because this is her sister, but she still is. She's still a biracial girl. So they have this race thing. This race tension kind of blows up on them. Okay. Hunter's mother shows up at Hael's apartment. She is putting on the pressure for him to get rid of Star. Star is still hanging around, and she don't like it. And Hael has no intention of getting rid of Star. So now he's got to come up with a plan. Ah, perfect. Okay. All right. So she comes to his apartment. She lets him know that Star has got to go. It's time for him to get off the pot. And so Halil, he goes and pays a visit. Hael goes and pays a visit to her husband. Now, I'm not clear if it's her ex-husband or he's currently still married, but he is in prison. To be rich people, he sure don't have the appearance of a rich man. It seems like low middle class kind of guy. He's in prison. Hayo visits him in order to try to enlist his help. Him and Hayo were doing time together at some point, so they're friends. So they still haven't explained why this man calls the other guy his cousin, calls Hunter his cousin. If he's not related to the mother, how can he relate to the son? So we don't know about all that. But Hayo's visiting the father. He's telling her something. He tells him something off camera. He asks him about he needs some information or something he can use against this woman because they don't get along. The father is pretending to still care about the mother, but he really hates her, and he is somehow in prison because of her. So Hael knows this, and he asks him about how can I get to this woman to get her off my back about sending the Star away, and he tells him. But just as he's opening his mouth to tell him, they break to commercial. When they come back, it's already been done. So we don't know what he has yet. But the plot thickens. Okay. Okay, Hayo tells us about a Spanish girl. Now we're back to where I was supposed to be, where I jumped ahead at. Hayo's telling the Spanish girl, and I'm sorry, but I don't remember her name. I have to get her name somewhere. I didn't get it this time. But he's telling her about his situation with the mother. Because when the mother comes and visits Hayo, she is in the apartment. And the mother suspects that someone's in that apartment. She says, it smells like sex in here. But she hears the situation and knows this pressure he's under to get rid of Star. So the Spanish girl says, well, maybe I can help you with that. So we're starting to see her starting to maneuver herself. So it's very obvious. They show her as a singer, and then they say Star has to go, and then she's offering to help. She wants to take Star's place. This is very much like All About Eve, the understudy. So she wants to be Star's understudy. She says she can help her get rid of her. So the Spanish girl, she goes over to and talks to Hunter, and tell Hunter how, oh, Star, she really does love you. Maybe you should do something special for her. He said, what kind? I guess he's half dumb. What can I do? Or what about a trip? So that's the plan. She's supposed to get Star away from this event. This they're going to sing at the rally against the police. So she tells Hunter to get her away. So Hunter all of a sudden wants to be romantic with Star, and he wants to take her off on this trip. Took some pretty crafty writing here, but so they have Star going on this trip with Hunter. You know, she knows his big performance is coming up the next day. She has somehow or other, I don't know if he drugs her or what, but she is asleep for the whole trip. So they're way out in the country somewhere. And she comes to her, oh, I got to go to the performance. What day is it? Oh, why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you wake me up? And all this kind of stuff. I don't know what that writing, with that, all that actually. Anyway, so she tries to call to people and tell them, I'm on my way back. Alex tells her, no, we're fine. You stay where you're at. And I mean, it's just weird because how is she go on a trip knowing she's going to perform the next day, and then she falls asleep? So I guess we're supposed to just add in that she fell asleep and he took her to farther than she thought she was going, or something like that. It's just kind of sloppy, kind of rushed. Anyway, Spanish girl replaces her for the performance. They see that the girl can sing. She goes and sings in front of the other two girls, Alex and Simone. They say, "Oh, you can sing. Oh, yeah. Well, you should stand in for Star," kind of thing. First, and there's a little bit of resistance from Simone, because it is her sister. You know, she don't want to see her get knocked out. She said, "Oh, it's just temporarily." And so they do the performance for this rally, this big rally. I don't know why you would have a singer at a serious rally over somebody who's been killed. Why they have a dance break in the middle of that, but they do. The girl, she brings it, of course. Star shows up as the rally is going on. Of course, she's hot because she's been played. All right, this rally is supposed to be a peaceful demonstration, but as Colada said, things could get ugly. So at some point, the girls sing, people get all excited, and then they start with their chants about this killing. At some point, things get out of control. They attack a police officer, pull him out of a police car, and they're beating him with baseball bats. The people at the rally. Okay, so Derek sees this is going wrong. He tries to jump in to get these guys off of these cops so it doesn't turn ugly, because he's the one organizing the rally, and they, of course, mistake his aggression as being against the police officer, so he gets arrested. So we see him thrown to the ground and thrown in jail. And let me see. Okay, make you whatever. Oh, they do this great performance. Now, I will say this about this performance. You know, I don't like a lot of the music in this show. I just don't like the way they insert these productions in the middle of drama. But this one is not done. It's not a dream sequence or anything like that. This is in real time. This is just their actual performance at the rally. But they do Marvin Gaye's "Make You Wanna Holler." Mhm. But it's a remix of that song. It's very good. It's a good song. It's a good song. Good way they did it. Okay, so one of the first performances I really enjoyed. Rally turns violent. Oh, okay. So here's the information that Hunter's father, gave to Hayel. Apparently, Hunter is a very high paid athlete, right? It gets weird. I think it's football, I think. I don't know the difference. Hunter has been taking steroids. So the father turns Hail onto this guy's connection, where he's been getting his drug from. Then the guy tells him all the story about how Hunter has been on steroids for years, for all of his career. This could bring down Hunter's career and mother's money. So he confronts her and he pushes back and saying, "Ho," I don't know if he calls her ho or a bitch, or maybe he just called her mom. I don't know. I don't know. But he tells her that he knows all about Hunter being on steroids. He could end his career instantly. But all he wants is he wants his girls back. Because she had finagled her way into the group where she was getting 80% she owned 80% of the group, and he got 20 of the management of the group. So he wants it all back. And her reaction is just startled looks, oh, so I guess you got to go along with it. You know, they got him dead to rights there. Uh, okay, so in the last scene, dumb scene, Alex, after all this, now they done beat this police officer with baseball bats, and this other girl's been killed, and all this stuff going on. Alex decides to show her ass with the police. Now, Alex, as we know, has not been raised where she's dealt with had a lot of police interaction. She's never been treated like a black girl. She's been treated like a white girl, like a rich girl, like that. Not that she has a big race issue type thing. She just had money, and so she's not. She's been treated a certain way in her life. So she's driving a little bit erratically. The cop pulls her over, and she goes off on the cop. And the cop gets rough with her. Now, I don't know what she expected him to get with her. He asked her for license registration. She don't have it, so it escalates. It escalates, and she winds up in jail. She could have wound up with her ass whooped because there's so much tension going on with between these citizens and cops, and she is really really aggressive with him. But she gets arrested, and that's where the show ended. All right, so it's pretty good. I mean, I enjoyed the show. I know that the actress that plays Star, she's got to be wondering now, because I'm sure a lot of these changes have been made because of the low interest in this show. They're trying to find the right formula, how they can save the show, make it work. And all of a sudden, now she's finding herself on seems to be being slid out in several different ways. Are they gonna bring this new Spanish girl in to take her place? So actually, that's not where it ended. It ended with another one of these crazy ass scenes where they're in this dance routine. So now the three girls, not the Spanish girl, but Alex, Simone, and Star, are doing this dance routine with the dead girl. See, the dead girl her character was not really developed. We heard her having a little thing with Miss Lawrence for a minute, and then we heard that she was related to Gladys Knight, and Gladys Knight showed up and confirmed that she was her cousin. And then next episode, she was dead, so we don't really know her. But anyway, they're doing this tribute kind of dance. It's a dream sequence kind of thing. I don't know this. I guess that somebody's dreaming that they're dancing together. It's weird. Anyway, that was the end of it. But anyway, Star character, she's got to be wondering how is this going to end, because the show could still be called Star without her. All right, talk to you next week.